But the Oakland A's might have something to say in that. Their speedy lineup, solid defense, and tough pitching have surprised the baseball world with a hot start. It's the best team from the East against the green and gold from the 510. A's, Yankees, next. It is a chilly night at the ballpark, but the fans are revved up and ready to go because the Yankees are in town. Derek Jeter and the Yankees off to a very good start. And tonight, the A's will send that man, Gio Gonzalez, to the mound. A terrific outing against the Yankees last year. He'll try to duplicate that tonight. It's the first of a three-game series. The New York Yankees and the Oakland A's from the Coliseum. You'll see it right here on Comcast Sportsnet Plus. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's Baseball, along with Ray Fosse. I'm Glenn Kuiper. A great 9-5 start for the A's. They had an off day yesterday, and if you look at the first 2 weeks of the season, Ray, a lot of heroes, but really all-around play. I think Ryan Sweeney has probably been the A's best player in the early going.
You know, he's hitting the top of the batting order, so offensively he's doing the job as he did on Saturday, driving in the go-ahead run, his first ever walk-off. But the one thing about Ryan Sweeney, whether it's offense or defense, he does a tremendous job. He's not the prototypical power hitter for his size, but he always comes through, it seems, with the big hits. That was the one on Saturday, his first ever walk-off. But even better defensively, he has charge balls. He has a tremendous arm. The play he made Sunday, going back on the ball on the warning track, this was in the ninth inning with the club down by 3 runs. So you can see the way he plays all out, all the time. And believe me, one of these days he'll start hitting home runs. And when he does, he'll be the complete package.
And the good news is Pennington and Barton both in the lineup. They were both banged up on Sunday, but they're both in there tonight for the first of a 3-game series. It's the A's and the Yankees coming up from the Coliseum. We are excited and we are ready to go. The world champs are in town. Lineups and first pitch in just a moment.
AT&T. Find out what's possible with the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T. Rethink possible. And by Corona. Relax and refresh this May 5th with an ice-cold Corona and lime and keep the spirit of Cinco alive.
Welcome back to the Coliseum. Lineup cards are being exchanged as we speak. Crowd still filing in. The A's are ready to go after their first off day of the season. That was yesterday. Game time weather brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission is free and the boardwalk is open this weekend. It is a chilly night, folks, 53 degrees. And there is some concern about rain moving into the area a little bit later on. So we'll keep our fingers crossed and keep hoping that that stays away, at least till the ball game is over. But it's probably be the coldest night of the year. As we sit here, you can get a pretty good feel for it, but it's chilly.
I was concerned when, of course, Clay Wood and his ground crew had the tarp out around the third base coaching box during batting practice. That in itself is a scary sight to see. Normally you like to see it wrapped up, which it is right now. So let's hope that it stays dry tonight. Check out our keys to the game brought to you by Toyota. Well-rested A's, the only team to go 14 consecutive without an off day. The A's had that yesterday. Score early. As we mentioned, the rain might be looming. And Gio knows the Yankees. Gio would like to just duplicate his performance last summer against the Yankees at Yankee Stadium. He was outstanding, and we'll see if he can do that tonight, at least get it started that way, as this is his third start. And as it turns out, this is the 15th game for the A's, third time through the rotation. And so far, they've been excellent in the rotation.
The lineup for the Yankees tonight, all the familiar names: Derek Jeter, Nick Johnson, he's a new Yankee. Mark Teixeira at first, Alex Rodriguez, the cleanup hitter, Robinson Cano, Jorge Posada, Nick Swisher. Another new Yankee, Curtis Granderson, will play center field. He'll hit 8th, and Brett Gardner is hitting 9th. Gardner, the speedy one, will be in left field. Defensively for the A's, Buck, Davis, Sweeney in the outfield. Kuzmanov, Pennington, Ellis, Barton on infield. Kurt Suzuki catches Gio Gonzalez.
Gio making his third start in his last one against the Seattle Mariners. Went just 4 2/3 innings through a lot of pitches. 99 in just those 4 2/3, walking 4. So he has to throw strikes against this very patient Yankees ball club. And I don't think confidence right now is a problem for Gio. He is really believing that he belongs here. And as it turned out today, one of the guys that he was competing for the 5th spot was actually out from the AAA, and that was Trevor Cahill prior to tonight's ball game. And so Cahill to AAA, Gio Gonzalez in the rotation, and that's where he feels he belongs. And I don't think you can have a better guy starting against the Yankees in the first game of the series.
And it's good to see Mark Ellis back in the lineup. Yeah. The hamstring feels okay, so Ellis is back out there. Derek Jeter steps in, and we are set to go from the Coliseum. Ed Rapuano will call balls and strikes. The crew chief is Tom Hallion. He's at first. Ron Kalpa and Lance Barksdale at second and at third. So Jeter's in there, and here's Gio Gonzalez's first pitch, and it's the strike.
First pitch, 7:09.
Jeter, Johnson, and Teixeira, the first 3 hitters for the Yankees. Strike 2 called on the inside corner.
90-mile-an-hour fastball, 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Both strikes, both excellent location. Derek Jeter, what a great start he is having. 380 with his batting average.
Curve, and he shoots it foul.
Well, he's one guy, if you got to throw the curveball, bounce it. And that's what he was trying to do, but it was the first curve from Gio and left it up a little bit. And Jeter, who is one of the best in the league, if not the game, of hitting the ball to the opposite field.
Jeter is 19 for 50 to start this season. Curveball, swing and a miss, struck him out. So that's how the ball game begins. A swinging strikeout by Derek Jeter.
A much better curveball, took a little bit off, but threw it for a strike. And you can see with Jeter out in front of the pitch. And that says a lot about the curveball for Gio Gonzalez.
So Nick Johnson will step in. Johnson, a left-handed hitter. Used to be a Yankee. Went away for a while and now back. He signed a free agent deal to DH for the Yankees. And he swings at the first pitch, hits it very high and playable left field, and Travis Buck has it.
Well, Nick Johnson, a very patient hitter, but that says something, maybe because of this batting average, 158 coming into the game. But you figure hitting behind Jeter and in front of Teixeira, that's a pretty good location to batting.
Teixeira, the switch hitter, steps in off to a slow start. He did hit his first home run of the year yesterday. I take that back, Sunday. Yesterday, an off day for the Yankees. He had gone 40 at-bats without a home run. Three and 0. Alex Rodriguez in the on-deck circle. Just underway from the Coliseum. Outside corner strike.
And Mark Teixeira is hearing it from everybody. Hey, you're off to a slow start, but we know you're going to pick it up, but please wait until you leave town.
That's for sure.
He has said that, and you know by the end of the season, his numbers will be where they have been throughout his career.
He lines one left field corner. Teixeira digging around first, and he'll have a stand-up double.
Not a bad pitch to throw. 3-1. Throw him a fastball. It was down, but the fact that he was looking for it, got it, didn't miss it. So a two-out double, and not a bad time to give it up if you can get out Alex Rodriguez. He's also off to a not particularly great start with the home runs and runs batted in, but like Teixeira, end of the season, they'll be there.
Rodriguez hit his first and only home run this year on Saturday against the Texas Rangers. The total is 584 career home runs for Rodriguez. Just off the plate.
But against the Seattle Mariners last start, Gio Gonzalez kept missing in that same location, outside corner with the right-handers.
Be careful on 2-0. 2-0 changeup, and Rodriguez swings and misses.
And that's how important the changeup is for Gio Gonzalez, especially in that count.
There's the list. Rodriguez just past Mark McGwire. Up next, Frank Robinson.
He'll get the 600 mark this season.
Yep. Strike outside corner with a fastball, 2-2.
That time, Kurt Suzuki set up a little bit closer inside, but the pitch caught the outside corner, and nice adjustment made by Kurt Suzuki and kind of forcing him to follow through, and that one hitting the corner, perfectly thrown. Bounce a couple of curveballs.
Yep, he'll chase one of them. But don't hang it. Looks like Gio reaching back for a little extra here in the early going.
Robinson Cano hitting the 5 spot behind all this power. He is a lefty. First base is open. But he's good. It's not an easy out of his lineup.
Laid off the off-speed pitch, and Rodriguez walks.
It was surprising, did not throw him the breaking ball, although Rodriguez a good off-speed hitter, mistake hitter. If you can change like Jeter, that's what you're trying to do.
2 on, 2 out for Robinson Cano.
Two former big league catchers, a lot of time in the big leagues behind the plate. Tony Pena, bench coach for Joe Girardi.
So here's Cano. Interesting note on Robinson Cano. Hitless in the last 27 at-bats here at the Coliseum. And Ray, you mentioned Nick Johnson. What a great spot to hit between Jeter and Teixeira. But how about hitting 5th in this Yankee lineup? Robinson Cano, if he stays healthy, has a nice year, he's going to drive in 100 runs. the years we've seen Cano, still a young player, but we've seen him down to 6th spot, 7th spot, even lower than that. But he's in the 5th spot this year and off to a very good start.
Now 5 pitches total to Jeter and Johnson, 2 quick outs. Then 5 and a double to Teixeira, 6 and a walk to Rodriguez, 2-0 to Cano.
Four home runs already for Robinson Cano. It's a fastball for strike.
That's some extra giddy up on that fastball. A little bit extra with a 2-0, which is a good idea. He almost is forced to throw him fastballs because of the count now. Falling behind.
Pitch number 20 for Gio Gonzalez. Sliced foul. So Gonzalez trying to get himself out of a jam. It's good to see the Petaluma Little League here. Right. Curve just a bit inside. You see Ed Rapuano shaking his head. No. Just stayed up a little bit.
Well, it came around the plate a little bit too. Starts looks good there, but where Kurt Suzuki caught the ball, watch it come around the plate. Still close enough, shouldn't have been taken.
Runners take off. And a foul ball. Posada is in the on-deck circle. See the clouds moving in up above the stadium. Payoff pitch and another foul ball.
Well, if he keeps challenging him with fastballs, he's got to make a good one. Because Cano is in a pretty good position now where he's got to be thinking fastballs all the time, especially with 3 and 2. So, yeah, if you throw him a curve and you throw it for a strike, but you almost have to throw it for a strike because it would fool everybody. Hopefully not the umpire.
Inside, he walked it. Ray, I thought you made a great point in A's Pregame Live about Gio Gonzalez tonight facing the Yankees. First point being, the Yankees are a team that they take a lot of pitches. Professional hitters, they have good eyes. Eyes meaning they take close pitches. Secondly, they get the close pitches called their way. So you put that together with Gio Gonzalez, a guy who the control is not always there, and he can get frustrated with calls going against him. But you add that all up, and now that's something you really have to watch for in this game.
Well, you're looking at a veteran hitter in Jorge Posada, switch hitter, and he'll be looking for a fastball down the middle, or at least a good fastball, and he'll expand his zone to go for it. So
Curve.
Very good pitch.
That is
starting. Yeah. Good curveball. Posada, no doubt, sitting fastball. Got the curve, took it all the way, and this one was a strike.
Swing and a miss, 0-2. Teixeira's at third, Rodriguez at second, Cano at first.
Fastball away again. Suzuki set up inside and pitch a little bit outside, but it's on the plate.
Curve, and Posada just got a piece of it. The Yankees, it's what they do. Foul off a lot of pitches, extend at bats.
And what you have here, too, with the runner at third, and as great as Kurt Suzuki is blocking balls in the dirt, you'd like to see a ball thrown hard and try to get him to chase a bad pitch. But Gio did not throw that curve hard. He left it up and really got away with one.
curve. Bounced. Barton knocks it down, scrambles after it, and he cannot pick it up, and a run scores. So the Yankees take a 1-0 lead.
Oh, and Derek tried to use his glove. We've talked about a first baseman's mitt. You reach down and try to get it with the glove. You have no feeling at the end. Right there, he reached for it. There was no feeling, and he missed it. Pick it up with the hand. Granted, it was a bad hop. Pick it up with a hand or use two hands. Still have time to go to the bag.
And it was a bad hop, so it's a base hit for Posada and an RBI. So here's Swisher. Fastball for a strike. Watch this tough hop.
He just took one off his arm, swinging the bat. That was on Sunday, and now off his chest, trying to field one.
Swisher hitting 200 with a homer and 4 RBIs, so slow start. Swisher, one of 3 switch hitters in the Yankees lineup tonight.
He is patient. There's no doubt about that. He'll take some pitches, and 5 pitches the first 2, now 31 total.
Swisher already has 8 walks on the year. And that is Javier Vasquez. It's a shot right center field, and that's trouble. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. Posada to third, and the Yankees lead 3-0. Swisher got a fastball out over the plate, and he has a 2-run single.
Just left it up, and 2-1, and again you get the count. Hitters will look for certain pitches. Just slicing. Jose Davis playing him straight up, could not get to it.
Well, Ray, when we were talking about the Yankee lineup in the pregame show, I used the word unforgiving, and they really are. So here's Curtis Granderson, first and third. Swing, says home plate umpire Ed Rappuano. 1-1 the count.
I think I hit 30 home runs last year, hitting 8.
Yep.
Started on the right foot. His first game with the Yankees.
That's right. First at bat, right? A home run.
Game winner against Jonathan Papelbon, so things are going well for him against the Red Sox. How about this? Former Yankee Ramirez getting up already.
Center field playable for Rajai Davis, and he's got it side retired. 3 runs for the Yankees. Bottom of the first coming up from the Coliseum. 3-0 New York.
Pitching at first base for the Athletics, number 38, Todd Stevenson. And third base, number 12, Mike Vallejo.
Well, it's a cool night, and the clouds have been rolling in since about 4:35 o'clock. And as each group of clouds comes in, they get a little bit darker. The fans bundled up tonight. Yankees with an early 3-0 lead. A's come to bat here in the bottom of the first. Javier Vasquez on the mound for the Yankees. 2 tough starts for him to open this season. First pitch to Rajai Davis is a bit low.
Well, the 3 losses, Vasquez has 2 of them. Pitching game 1 of 3 Yankees in 1 year, 2004. He is back.
Trade with the Braves in December brought Vasquez back to New York. The recognizable name going to Atlanta in that trade was Melky Cabrera. There was a couple other players involved. The Yankees wanted one more starter to sit in that number 4 spot in their rotation. And Rajai Davis swings at a pitch way out of the strike zone, and that's a strikeout. A's lineup tonight looks like this: Davis, Barton, Sweeney, Kuzmanoff, Suzuki, Chavez, Ellis, Buck, and Pennington. So with 1 out, Derek Barton hits. It was the 4th inning on Sunday when Barton was hit by the pitch.
They had an X-ray, then an MRI yesterday. Everything seems to be fine. And it's kind of like Cal Ripken Jr. in his consecutive games playing streak. Something would happen, they have an off day, and next thing you know, he's right back in the lineup. So great for Derek Barton to miss the 1 day. Second half of the game, have the off day yesterday, be back in the lineup tonight. That's when you know you're going good. You're struggling. You say, I need a couple of days.
It's just above the right elbows where Barton got hit. Watch the right elbow.
You know, he said, as we said, thought he'd gotten in the back, but you see him push his elbow up, and it did get him, or back of his arm, his tricep, and got him hard.
Two to Barton. 2nd in the league in walks, 4th in on-base percentage in the early going for Derek Barton. That one runs way outside. 3-2.
It's an example of what's happened to Vasquez, and they talked about and he had mentioned it, it's kind of too quick, and the pitcher, his lower body flies open too quickly, then the arm kind of drags. That pitch was supposed to be inside. Because he rushed it a little bit, the pitch was outside. Like that one, same thing.
That is walk number 14 for Derek Barton this year. Yankees look like this defensively: Gardner, Granderson, and Swisher left, center, and right. Rodriguez, Jeter, Cano, Teixeira third to first. Jorge Posada is the catcher, and Javier Vasquez, 33 years old, is the pitcher.
And you see the numbers in that inflated ERA in just 11 innings, 14 hits. Does have 9 strikeouts, and on a nice little string of consecutive games with at least 1 strikeout. That's one way to try to get a pitcher to follow through, is to call a breaking ball. Get to Rajai Davis, strike him out, and a good curveball to Ryan Sweeney.
Sweeney with the 13-game hitting streak. Vasquez's first start at Tampa Bay, he gave up 8 earned runs in 5 2/3 innings. He was a little bit better against the Angels in his second start. 4 earned runs in 5 1/3, but still not sharp. I was looking at his career, Ray. Interesting career. His record in his career is 142 and 141. Just a game over 500. But he has struck out over 200 hitters 5 times in his career. That's hard to do. And he's done it 3 straight seasons. Shallow center field. Granderson drifts in. He's got it. So that's the second out, and Kevin Kuzminoff will step up. But he has been a strikeout guy big time. I mean, second most strikeouts in the last decade behind Randy Johnson. That's all that needs to be said right there.
And striking out Rajay Davis, he has now struck out at least one batter in 323 consecutive starts. Dating back to 2000.
But it's interesting because the record is basically 500.
Yeah.
His record's not 500.
It's a big strikeout guy, too. About 6 in a row against the Rangers last Friday.
See, Sabathia finished 4th in the American League Cy Young voting. Vasquez finished 5th in the National League Cy Young. He had his best year of his career last year, did Vasquez, with the Atlanta Braves. On 1 to Kuzminoff. Vasquez was 15 and 10 with a 2.87 ERA and 238 strikeouts in 219 innings for the Braves in 2009. Down the right field line, it's going to drop foul. So 1-2 the count. Yankees with a 3 spot in the top of the first. Swing and a miss. Breaking pitch and a couple of strikeouts for Javier Vasquez. Nothing for the A's in the bottom of the first.
perfect place to entertain your clients, reward your employees, or just watching an A's game with family and friends. The Barbecue Terrace is a private section reserved exclusively for your group throughout the game and includes a fully catered pregame meal. Availability is limited, so call the A's today, 510-638-GO-ACE.
Brett Gardner leads it off. Ninth place hitter for the Yankees. Gardner, the left fielder. Very fast. The Yankees let Johnny Damon go, so he is Johnny Damon's replacement in left field. Bounces it foul. Quite a few changes for the Yankees coming off their championship season last year. Granderson, Nick Johnson, Vasquez. Signed Randy Wynn.
It's a swing. He gets it. Yes, he did.
Yes, it is. That's Lance Barksdale who says to Brett Gardner, "You indeed won a round." And that's the second strikeout for Gio Gonzalez.
That's a hard curveball, and Gardner, top end of the bat, looked like when he swung it was enough, and that's what Lance Barksdale thought. Well, that was close. That could have gone either way. Good block by Kurt Suzuki. Gardner, see, how come you guys always get all the calls?
Yeah.
I don't.
It's because I hit ninth. Does that make any difference? Come on. Pennington has a nice hop and throws out Derek Jeter. 2 outs.
Right, there it is again. 5 pitches, first 2 batters.
Number 26, Nick Johnson.
Make it easy on yourself, Gio. Kurt Young talking to Gio between innings. And boy, you have to be not only an excellent pitching coach and recognize mechanics and mechanical flaws, but also have to constantly be talking to your pitchers, and in this case, encouraging young Gio Gonzalez.
Nick Johnson swung at the first pitch in his first at bat, which, as Ray said, doesn't happen very often. He's a very patient hitter. Likes to take the walk, and he has 14 of them. Tied for the league lead with Derek Barton. Yankees like the idea of having a guy that gets on base a lot, hitting him second with the big guys behind him. Right there in the inside corner. So 2-2 the count with Teixeira in the on-deck circle.
See how slowly that was thrown? That gives a left-handed hitter a real good chance to not swing as Gardner did. Could not hold up his swing. When Gio is going great is when he's throwing the curveball hard.
Check swing roller, Kuzminov on the run, just in time to get Nick Johnson, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Gio Gonzalez. Bottom of the second coming up. It'll be Suzuki, Chavez, and Ellis.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Pepsi
Bay Area fan. Go deep with Sportsnet Central tonight at 10:30 on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Full baseball recaps. Big night for the Sharks. They are playing Game 4 in Denver against the Avalanche. Of course, a good time of year. Full NBA and NHL playoff coverage. Jamie Sire, Damon Andrews will host. Kurt Suzuki to lead off. A's down 3-0. Suzuki, Chavez, and Ellis. So busy night on Comcast. Comcast Sportsnet California, the Sharks game. Comcast Sportsnet Plus right here. Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area, Giants and the Padres. Line drive, and that's a base hit to center field. Leadoff hit for the A's.
And we always know that if anybody can handle all that, Comcast can.
Yes.
You name it. But swing on a slider by Kurt Suzuki. The pitch right back up the middle and swing by Zach. Starting to pick it up.
Eric Chavez trying to get things going. 216 average with 3 RBIs. He was 3 for 12 in that series against the Orioles. Yankees shade Chavez just a little bit toward left center, but not much in the outfield. Seen a pretty good opposite field stroke from Chavez this season. He hit some balls pretty well to left field.
Well, you figure Chavez, there's still a threat to hit home runs, so the pitching inside, don't expect to see a lot of it. So his opposite field, when he gets pitches away, just take them that way. And Gardner's playing him shallow, like a pull hitter from the right side.
Sure is.
Big gap in left center. Actually, all three outfielders playing extremely shallow. Gardner, left fielder, way over towards the line.
Another pop-up and just about the same spot. The A's come in with a 9-5 record. They're 6-2 at home. And this is the middle series of the longest homestand of the year. 10 games. Hit well to center. Granderson racing back, still going back, and it's over his head, off the wall. He juggles it. Suzuki to third. He'll stop there.
There's that surprising opposite field power. We have seen it, but Curtis Granderson, I wouldn't say he's full. The ball was just over his head, hit the wall. So he was not going to get to it anyway, but this ball out of the strike zone, hanging curveball, and Chavez provided his own power. Straightaway central, a little bit to left center, and right on the Comcast Sportsnet California sign. How about that? They give him a dinner for that shot.
Yes. Or us. It's our idea.
That's unbelievable power by Eric Chavez. So the A's, a couple of good outs, and right back in the game.
Here's Ellis. Breaking ball, swing and a miss.
Here's Suzuki, not really knowing for sure, but got 2 second base, which is a good idea. He's not going to be able to score anyway because the ball came back hard off the wall to Granderson.
Just a bit inside. It was last Sunday when Mark Ellis injured the hamstring a little bit, and he actually was in the lineup that day as the designated hitter. So he missed 7 games with the hamstring. Helped getting the day off yesterday.
Well, that's the ball that hit third. Wood had to go to his left. Legged it out. And it did come out for a pinch runner, and unfortunately, Brandon Wood was given an error on a ball that he had to range to his left. You can see Ellie grimace a little bit as he crossed the bag.
Bounce toward third. Rodriguez is coming home. His throw is a good one. And now Suzuki will be in a rundown, and he will be tagged out. To third goes Chavez. Staying at first is Ellis.
Well, it's not necessarily a contact play. Hit too hard to Alex Rodriguez. And in fact, the runners at second and third. The play was to the plate, which he made correctly. If it's first and second, he would have gone for a double play, and Zook would have scored. Mark Ellis, probably thinking the ball was going to be thrown to first. So he was running straight down the line and could not turn and get to second. As Kurt thought he had a sign which goes on contact, but again, that's surprising, because that is not a particular play that you go on contact.
A chance for Travis Buck. Outside. Buck, a couple of hits in the series against the Orioles, 2 for 6, scored a couple runs. Now the count 1-1. Couple AL West games going on right now that we'll keep an eye on. The Angels with a 3-0 lead over the Tigers in the third. And Seattle with a 2-1 lead over the Orioles in the third. Texas had a lead late. The Red Sox tied it, and it's a 6-6 game in the 9th inning. It was 6-4. That's what the other teams in the AL West are doing.
Texas 8 stolen bases against the Red Sox. 8. That was through about 7 innings. BI gives an update soon.
Strike on the outside corner. Buck thought it was outside. It may have been, but it's called the strike. 2-2.
And did he go in a swing? That's probably, it could have been at least the swing called by Ed Rapuano.
Tried to get the same pitch, same call. It's outside 3-2.
Changeup that he likes to throw to lefties is Pennington waits in the club in Rivers at 10. But the changeup by Vasquez, it kind of floats away from the left-handers. Does not like to throw it to the right-handers, more to the lefties, and try to get them to chase.
Ellis not going, and the pitch is hit hard to Vasquez, who grabs it out of the air, throws to first, double play. A line out into a double play, and the A's do not score. Bloomberg Sports, the leader in data analysis, has developed an analytical product being used by baseball clubs. Also, they have a product for fans. Improve your fantasy play or track your favorite players and teams. Go to BloombergSports.com for details.
Did the A's score that inning?
They did not. I'm not quite sure how they didn't score, but they didn't. Well, 3-0, third inning, Teixeira, Rodriguez, Cano.
Well, we're looking at 2 productive outs, and the A's back to 1-run game, and so you know, back in the on the field with 3-run deficit. Vasquez is a pretty good fielder. Handle a ball that was a shot by Travis Buck right back up the middle, put up his glove, and look what I found.
Teixeira. He liked the fastball on 2-1. He had a big swing. So 2-2 the count. Teixeira doubled and scored in the first inning. There's the good curve, and he just got a piece of it.
Sounded like Suzuki caught it, but
I thought he did too.
No,
Back
just
Kuzminoff dives, can't get it. Pennington does. On the backhand, he threw him out.
That's a gun, folks. That is a gun. And on Sunday, when he got stepped on, getting back to first base, remember he threw the ball a couple times very quickly, and it's because his right hand hurt. But I don't think his hand hurt at all on this one. That throw, an accurate bullet across the diamond by Cliff Pennington.
Five in a row retired by Gio Gonzalez, and that's good news. He has settled down after the 3-run first inning. Alex Rodriguez walked in the first and scored. 2-0. Rodriguez last year started the season on the disabled list. Had some surgery done on his right hip. He missed 28 games. Still ended up with 100 RBIs. And a 4-pitch walk.
Came back first game, hit a home run first at bat. Time now for the Home Depot doing more on defense. About Ryan Sweeney on Sunday against the Baltimore Orioles. Chad Godin, the ball to the opposite field, and Ryan Sweeney looking, watching the ball, cradling it in his webbing of his glove, and a tremendous play by Ryan Sweeney, whether it's center field, right field, and that was pretty hard the way he landed too.
Had a few scrapes, I would imagine. Robinson Cano walked in the first inning.
So 2 big walks to Rodriguez and Cano in the first. And Gio Gonzalez did something last year no American League pitcher did, or any pitcher in baseball, as a matter of fact, because of interleague play. That game in July, Gio Gonzalez was the only pitcher to pitch at Yankee Stadium to give up 3 or fewer hits in 6 or more innings.
That's right.
He gave up just 2 hits, 6 2/3. And he was outstanding on the afternoon in Yankee Stadium.
The Yankees had just 1 hit and 1 walk in the first 5 innings. The A's scored 6 times in the 7th inning that day. And that got Gio Gonzalez the win. Cano hanging in there.
He's actually trailing.
He was
in the dugout.
That's right.
He scored the runs in the 7th. Went back out for the 7th. Looked like the 6 was going to be enough for him, or that was going to be it, but he did go back out. Tonight he's only given up 3 hits, but he's given up now 3 walks. 2 have scored.
There's that breaking ball. Cano lays off.
Not a bad player, Babe Ruth, number 3.
He was all right. Rodriguez, a very small lead. Swing and a miss. He got him. 3rd strikeout for Gonzalez. Here's that game at Yankee Stadium that we were talking about.
Again, this was following the game against the Twins here at the Coliseum, which he gave up 11 runs. Grand slam and a 3-run home run to Justin Morneau. But, boy, that's afternoon. He had it all working. That great curveball. Landon Powell was his catcher. And then he went to Boston, did the same things, right?
Posada hit the ball in the 1st inning that took the tough hop on Derek Barton, and Barton could not pick it up cleanly, and it ended up being an infield hit. Knocked home the 1st run. Change up, 2-0.
Well, unfortunately, the 11 pitches in the 2nd inning after 36 in the 1st.
Good swing there by Posada. 2-1 the count. The Yankees actually traveled on Sunday night. They had the full off day yesterday, but they had it here in the Bay Area. Swing and a miss. A good fastball.
Anytime you go coast to coast, you have the 3-hour time change, regardless of which way you're traveling. Good fastball away to Posada. Same pitch he swung and missed with strike 2 in the 1st inning.
Rodriguez takes off. Doesn't matter as Posada strikes out. A couple of strikeouts for Gio Gonzalez. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. 3-0.
Right after Thursday's game, fans are invited to meet A's shortstop Cliff Pennington, so you can come to the Yankee game on Thursday, and then he'll be at the A's talk with Chris Townsend at the Holiday Inn Hotel and Suites, 77 Hagenberger in Oakland. That's Thursday after the A's and Yankees. Your chance to meet Cliff Pennington.
Nice guy.
Yep. Yeah. Good time to meet Cliff Pennington, and you get a chance to see a new baby, Brady.
That's right. Brady Pennington should be quarterback, right?
That's a good idea.
Here's a strike. 1-1 to Pennington, Davis, and Barton. Cliff hitting .256, a couple of homers, and 10 runs batted in.
That's the first major league hit for Cliff Pennington.
How about it?
Who was it against? How about Vasquez when he's with the White Sox? This guy's been all over the place. Ball in front. Right fielder, and oh, nice little double lead off. His first.
He remembers it. Vasquez doesn't.
Vasquez probably doesn't remember being with the White Sox.
2-2. Take by Pennington. A's got their leadoff man aboard in the second, but could not get a run home. So the count remains 3-2. 42 pitches for Vasquez, and we're here in the third. Ben Sheets trying to stay warm. Scouting the Yankees. He'll be taking them out tomorrow night. Sheets against Hughes. Wednesday afternoon, Braden and CC Sabathia. Thursday.
Get messed up when you have an off day.
That's right. The off day messes me all up. Thursday. Thursday's the day.
We don't want people coming out here tomorrow afternoon thinking it's a day-night doubleheader.
Teixeira makes a nice play and flips to Vasquez, and that's the first down. He's a Gold Glover and a good one.
He is definitely that, and to his right for the dive and a backhand and a nice flip to Vasquez. Alex Rodriguez goes over and gives Vasquez a little bit of a breather after covering first base.
Three times he's won the Gold Glove. Rajay Davis swings and misses. I think, talk about Mark Teixeira, the contract was huge, 8 years, $180 million, something like that. I don't have the exact numbers, but so there's no such thing as a sure bet when you're dishing out length and money in contracts, but he's pretty close, meaning age-wise, offense, defense. Pretty good character guy from what everybody said. Granderson to his left. He's got it for the second out.
Yeah, definitely not a bad sign. Of course, left-handed hitter at Yankee Stadium.
Yep.
Switch hitter, but of course hits from the left side. Hogarth first baseman, and you're right, with his age. 6 years free agent. Signed a long-term deal, probably the rest of his career as a Yankee. Chance to put up some big numbers at the new Yankee Stadium, which they moved into last year.
29 years old is Teixeira. Derek Barton walked in the first inning. 14 walks for Derek Barton this year.
That last pitch says it all, because that's a pitch a lot of guys swing at. The change up down on the zone, and Derek started. He waits so well anyway. He waits a long time, and then able to hold up his swing.
So now behind in the count 1-2. Vasquez, for the most part, has been working left-handed hitters away. Likes to see if they'll chase that changeup that kind of floats outside. This time he goes inside, and Barton rips it foul. The clouds are dark, Mr. Fossey. And getting darker.
I don't think those are volcano clouds either.
Those are not. No.
Hovering over Europe.
No. Those are rain clouds hovering over the Bay Area.
Did you see those? See a volcano cloud?
Oh, my gosh.
I wouldn't fly to that.
No.
I don't think a lot of planes were for quite a while.
They shut it down. Barton again, a foul ball. Derek Barton doing what good hitters do, foul off tough pitches. Now full count.
Derek Barton back-to-back full count at bats and walked the first one.
And it's just a bit low, and another walk for Barton.
That's a tremendous sight. I mean, to be able to take those pitches, and of course, the more he does, the better reputation he will get around baseball. The umpires, knowledge of the strike zone.
That gives Sweeney a chance to hit. He hit a fly ball to center field. That was in the first inning. Slider that Vasquez sneaks a strike. Two walks, two strikeouts for Javier Vasquez so far. Barton a short lead at first, and it's 0-2. Vasquez knocks it down, scrambles after it, and throws out Sweeney. Side retired. We played 3 from the Coliseum. It's the Yankees 3 and the A's nothing. first postseason. 5. All right. We know Joe Girardi is one of them. Right. Swisher, Granderson, Gardner against Gio Gonzalez. So I was thinking Terry Francona, I believe, right? Okay, that's two. I was thinking Joe Torre. I think when he took over, 96, they won it. I think that was his first year as the manager of the Yankees, was it not?
Yes, it was.
I think so. And I don't believe he was in the postseason before that as a manager. I'm guessing there. I'm going to say Joe Torre is 3.
What was the question?
5 active managers to win the World Series in their first postseason. So, I'm going to narrow it down. Jim Leland. Well, no, that wouldn't be it because Jim Leland managed the Pirates and they did not make it. Swisher rips one foul.
Mike Social.
Mike Social, that's right. That's right. So there's 4.
Maybe Bob Brennan, Diamondbacks.
But he's not an active
active,
manager.
yeah.
So that's what
Well,
I'm
he is. He's broadcasting with the Cubs. That's active.
He's in the biz.
How
right?
active, more active can you be?
Oh, I got it. I got the last one, I think. Lou Piniella.
Oh, how about that call?
Strike 3 called on a ball that Swisher thought was quite a ways inside.
It probably was. Nick, you'll eventually get the respect of everybody else.
Number 14.
He backed off.
Granderson.
We had Tommy Cam to see in that high home shot.
Five strikeouts for Gio Gonzalez.
Here's the Tommy Cam. Let's check out the fastball location inside. Switch pulled back on it, but it's not one that he should have been. I think he's full, probably looking outside, and got the fastball in. Tommy Cam is always right on.
Yep. Granderson rolls it over. 2-1 the count. Granderson hit a fly ball to center field to end the first inning. So my last guess is Lou Piniella, and I think it has to be Lou. 1990 with the Reds. He was a manager, wasn't he?
Oh, that's right, because I was thinking of the Mariners when they were in 16.
Yeah.
He was, he managed the Reds in 90.
So that's my guess. Two and 2 to Curtis Granderson, the 8th place hitter for the Yankees. Hanging breaking pitch, Granderson fouls it back. Pop up to left where Travis Buck trots in.
How about Ozzie Guillen? Did you say him?
No.
Ozzie.
Yeah, I think you're right.
05.
So one of my guesses should get X'd off the board.
Now batting.
Well, one you cannot X off would be the Busy Bee Bakery.
We love the Busy Bee Bakery.
Busy Bee Bakery, Cindy and Rick Poole, Sir Francis Drake Boulevard in Inverness, California. If you want some goodies, some sweets, Busy Bee Bakery. They send up some stuff that. How about peanut butter cookies, honey almond tea cake, German chocolate brownies, and blackberry chocolate tort with whipped cream, something icing, strawberry mango jam, apple lavender jelly, and play ball cookies.
Well, that's all I know is all of a sudden there's a lot of people hanging around our booth. People that you don't see that much.
Well, last year the Busy Bee and Cindy and Rick Poole dropped some cookies by some things, but they went overboard tonight. But we don't mind, and neither does everybody else in the booth. So thank you to the Busy Bee Bakery and the Pools.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm about to lose you for a half inning with that piece of cake you got in front of you.
Well, Grady, we've already lost him. I think B.I. might even have some of them. James, who probably never had a piece of chocolate cake, but probably will tonight.
2-2 to Gardner. Fisted toward Kuzminov. He's going to have to hurry, and he got it. Nice play by Kevin Kuzminov, and takes a base hit away from Brett Gardner. 5 in a row retired by Gio Gonzalez. Bottom of the 4th coming up. Yankees 3, A's nothing. Bottom of the 4th inning. Just a couple of hits for the A's so far, as they face Javier Vasquez. And the first pitch, a swing and a miss by Kuzminov, who struck out swinging in the 1st inning.
Well, what a great defensive play he made on the speedy Brett Gardner, who just slapped the ball, and Kuz on the run, off balance, made a strong throw to get the speedy left fielder.
Quick 0-2. How's your cake?
It's a brownie. It's good.
It's the greatest brownie of all time.
Well, I bet the people in Inverness, California, go by the Busy Bee. Everyone wants some chocolate and some sweets. That's the place. You know, let's not forget also Art Watkins at the Food Mill. He's kind enough to deliver some goodies on Sunday, so it's been back-to-back games that we've been well supplied.
No complaints here. One and 2 to Kuzminov. He'll be followed by Suzuki and Chavez. Fastball fouled to the right side.
Well, that 2nd inning was so important for the A's. They're just trying to get on the board after 3 runs and 2 out. After 2 outs for the Yankees in the top half of the 1st. So Gio so far doing a good job keeping the zeros on the board following the 3-run 1st inning. Settled down nicely. I'd like to have part of that 1st inning back again. Nick Swisher with a 2-run single to cap the inning.
So Kevin Kuzminov for the 2nd time strikes out. And let's give you our trivia answer, which is brought to you by AT&T. The 5 active managers to win the World Series in their first postseason.
Suzuki.
Girardi, Ian, Francona, Socia, Pinello. So Joe Torre not on that list, but Joe Girardi is.
Well, they played for the world champion Yankees on '98. Caught a perfect game, David Cohn. And how would you like to celebrate winning a world championship? Be driving home with your wife and 2 kids and come upon an accident on the freeway about 2:30 in the morning, and a good Samaritan running across the freeway to make sure she's okay while his wife called 911, and that's exactly what happened. And Joe said, being a NASCAR fan, said it looked like she just ran into the sidewall. Wow. And but he went across the freeway. That he said that cars can come around this bend about 50, 55 miles an hour. The police officer said, how about 80, 85? Jeez. And he went across the freeway. So he did it without any fanfare, and the police officer said to the lady, he says, you know who that was? It's the manager of your world champion New York Yankees, and he just made sure that you were okay and got some help.
He was in the broadcast booth for a couple years, right?
Yes, he was. And managed the Marlins, rookie manager of the year of the Marlins. And then I think came to the Yankees for a year or so and got the job. Third year, first year, the Yankees did not go to the postseason for the first time since '96.
Suzuki got under that one. And Gardner's going to camp underneath it, and he's got it. 2 outs.
In the second year, they went over 100 games after starting slowly and won the World Series.
Yankees swept the Twins in the division series. And then they won the championship series, the ALCS, in 6 games over the Angels. And then they won the World Series in 6 games over the Phillies. But you're right, it was a huge second half for the Yankees. They were 52 and 22 after the All-Star. And they ran away with it.
Well, there's no doubt that Alex Rodriguez, and fortunately for him, had been called Mr. Unclutch instead of Mr. Clutch, and he just erased that. What a tremendous postseason Alex Rodriguez had in winning his first World Championship. Seemed like he was driving in runs every game. Seemed like he was winning a game with a walk-off or tying a game with a home run. So he is exactly where he had hoped to be. Postseason, 15 runs, 6 home runs. Jeez, what a postseason. 18 runs batted in.
A shot, and that's a base hit right center field for Eric Chavez, who has his second hit. Ball is juggled a little bit by Swisher in right field, but he gets it in quickly.
Now batting, second baseman.
How about that?
Mark.
That's very cool.
Joe Girardi was telling Bob Guerin, he said to Bob, when our guys come out to stretch, I'd like to present World Championship rings to 2 of our teammates from last year, 2 of the players. Ramirez on your left, Godin your right. In the bullpen for Joe Girardi and the Yankees, and what a special time for those 2 to get the World Championship ring in the midst of the Yankee players. And I thought it was in class by Joe Girardi to do that, and more importantly, to say to Bob Guerin, I'd like to do this. Do you mind? For 2 players to come over. Bob Guerin, a former Yankee himself.
Just a bit off the plate to Mark Ellis. 1-1 count.
And those rings are beautiful. So Luke Kakuza Jr., who's handles the visiting side, of course, travels. He and his brother handled the Yankees' home and visiting clubhouse. And I said, let me see your ring. That's beautiful. 27th championship.
Good slider. Vasquez has the swing and miss slider working tonight. So Ellis behind in the count.
Well, it is a pitch that he likes to throw a lot. That is the slider, especially to right-handers. And he's got a little bit of a strange delivery where he kind of stands straight up and then drops the slider. More so out of the windup than the stretch when he tries to go with a slide step.
Chavez with a short lead at first. Ellis waits the 2-2. Shoots it foul. Angels leading 4-0 over the Tigers in the 5th inning. Seattle 2, Baltimore 1 in the 5th. Hang in there.
That's a no catch. He used the sidewall, the carom.
think, a new rule this year. I don't know if it was in last year, but the bat boys and the ball boys have to wear the double ear flap helmets.
Need as much protection as possible. With the balls, the bats, especially the broken bats, just need a chin strap.
Strap it in. Full count. Chavez ready to take off. Teixeira right behind him. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Fastball on the outside half. So Ellis strikes out. 4 strikeouts for Vasquez. 3-4. Yankees 3-0. That way since the very first inning when the Yankees scored all 3 of their runs. Gio Gonzalez has settled down since that rocky first inning. Retired 5 in a row, and he faces the top of the Yankee order: Jeter, Johnson, and Teixeira. He has handled Jeter so far: a strikeout and a ground out to short. Breaking pitch stays high to Jeter.
Sure wasn't a lot of fun for Jeter to fly across the country after missing Sunday's game because of a head clearance, right?
Grounds this one toward Pennington. Throws a little wide, but Barton tags Jeter for the first down. Time now for a Subway Eat Fresh Ask Glenn and Ray question. You can log on to csncalifornia.com to post your question. Wes from Modesto has a question for Ray. Ray, knowing that you loved Catfish Hunter as a pitcher, is there anyone on the team now that reminds you of Catfish's pitching style? We appreciate Wes checking in from Modesto. It's all yours.
It's a Hall of Famer.
Style. How about style?
Style?
Maybe Duke a little bit with the good control.
Yeah, I think Justin Duke should, because Catfish was not overpowering with his assortment of pitches. He could paint the corners and throw consistently with all of his pitches, and Catfish did not have the cut fastball, but I'd say if there's one pitcher you can move 6 inches outside the strike zone, get a strike call, and he was one. But I think as far as the style and the pitches not overpowering, Justin Duxer would be that person.
What kind of breaking pitch did Catfish have?
Slider.
Just
slider, yeah. Fastball, slider, and pitch mostly away. And of course went to the New York Yankees, and Billy Martin was managing, and Catfish had pitched in a 4-man rotation, making 40 starts a year. Went to New York. Billy said, "I'll put you in a 5-man rotation," and for someone who has pitched one way especially with the 4-man every 4th day, go in to have an extra day. He just didn't know what to do. He just messed up everything as far as his mechanics. But he is good, and in the Hall of Fame where he should be. Just unfortunately, he passed away much, much too young.
Well, you would think what did the Yankees give Catfish? A 5-year contract?
Yep.
Huge free agent signing at the time.
I think it was
Don't mess with the guy.
$3.5 million for 5 years, which.
So it really affected him, though, huh?
Yeah.
Switching the rotation.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember talking to him in New York when that happened, and he said, and Catfish was one I could close my eyes, and you know, you could still see the same wind up, same delivery, but he just said, I mean, everything was routine. He pitched today, do what he's going to do tomorrow, the next day, pitch again, and you know, all of a sudden he has that extra day, and mechanically and just things were not the same for him.
Big curveball, swing and a miss by Teixeira.
But he was on those 3 teams, there's no doubt. 72, 3, and 4, and Catfish left and went to the Yankees in 1975. That's when it all started falling apart.
Yep.
And he was the major reason, although that was just the year before major free agency first came into play.
Do you think the teams then, when they saw Catfish leave, you think they had a feeling like that's the first start of this whole team maybe being torn apart a little bit, so they could see it coming?
That was the beginning. Charlie just had in his mind he did not want to give long-term contracts, and that's what guys were getting as free agents, and that's part of becoming a free agent to do that, and that's when it started. Reggie to the Yankees. Joe Rudy to the Angels. Sal Bando the Brewers. Gino and Campy went to the Padres.
So back-to-back walks by Gio Gonzalez. He now has walked 5 in the game. And Bob Guerin's coming out. He has made the call for Craig Breslow. So when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune Up your oil change, tune up, and smog experts. Gio Gonzalez gone after 4 1/3 tonight. Breslow coming in. And this Sunday, it's against the Cleveland Indians. Game time is at 1:05, and it's 7,500 kids that afternoon to get a kids' baseball cap. Order tickets at oaklandathletics.com or call 877-493-BALL. So a new pitcher for the Athletics. Craig Breslow to face Alex Rodriguez. 2 on, 1 out here in the 5th. Breslow right in the middle of a jam. 7th appearance for Breslow, and this is game number 15 for the A's.
Greg, a little bit of a slow start spring training because of some soreness.
Pickoff, and just getting back is Johnson.
Soreness in his throwing arm, but he is gradually getting the velocity back. Gio, back-to-back games, and just throwing a lot of pitches early. Something he'll work on between now and his next start, which will be this weekend.
The 5 walks, that's what jumps out. Gonzalez had 4 walks in his last start.
For Alex Rodriguez, great opposite field power, and he'll take an outside fastball and try to go that direction. Joe Nathan found out, as well as Fuentes. The Angels in the postseason.
Right. Got them both.
Yes, he did. Late. Fuentes threw that. Torrey Hunter was screaming from center field, "Don't throw it!"
That one's driven deep. And that baby is gone. Number 585 for Alex Rodriguez, and it's a 3-run homer.
Fastball, center cut. No doubt about it. You hit that many, you know when you put that kind of a swing that it is gone. So the walks, the Yankees have scored 4 of their 6 now with walks that have scored.
So Robinson Cano hits. So 3 in the first, 3 in the 5th for the Yankees, and they lead 6-0. Two of those runs charged to Gonzalez. Swing and a miss on an 0-2 fastball. Cano strikes out, and that's the second out.
Well, Alex Rodriguez, you just cannot make a mistake. Look at this ball. We saw the height about belt high, and that location down the middle looked like they tried to go inside with a fastball, but when you miss with a power hitter, the fastball, you try to go inside, that is usually the result.
Well, we've seen Alex Rodriguez a lot, Ray, and you can't pitch him inside.
Yeah.
He doesn't like the fastball inside. You can't jam him. But he hurts you with mistakes you make and breaking balls more than other guys. Obviously, he's got 585 homers, but a lot of hitters get mistakes thrown to them. He just does the most damage.
Yeah, he doesn't miss a mistake. 585 of them now so far.
Posada, a RBI hit and a strikeout. He's 1 for 2. Change up in for a strike to Posada. It's the 17th home run that the Yankees have hit this year. It's the second most in the American League in the early going. Swing and a miss. So a couple of strikeouts for Breslow, but unfortunately they come after Alex Rodriguez's 3-run homer. So 4.5 in the books. 6-0 New York. 3-run homer. So Javier Vasquez has some runs to work with as he faces Buck, Pennington, and Davis here. Bottom of the 5th inning from the Coliseum. Vasquez with 2 walks, 4 strikeouts so far. He's had 3 hits off him, 2 of them by Eric Chavez.
Well, one way for a pitcher to feel good about his performance is to have his offense put some runs on the board, which the Yankees did in the first inning. 3 runs for Vasquez. And now 3 more top half of this inning.
In for a strike. So 1-2 to Buck. He's had a great chance in the 2nd inning. They had 2nd and 3rd and nobody out, and then 1st and 3rd and 1 out. And Travis Buck hit a line drive that Vasquez got a glove on, knocked it down. Actually, I shouldn't say knocked it down, caught it. Threw his glove up, caught it, and then double up the runner at first.
He just threw his glove up. And that's a base hit up the middle. Run, 1st and 3rd maybe, and instead a double play. The A's 2nd and 3rd, nobody out, end up with nothing. Right now just 3 hits. The Yankees just with 4, but they've received a whole bunch of walks and 4 of them have scored.
Two and 2 to Buck. Foul tip. Posada takes one for the team.
Derek Martin did Sunday and they felt it.
Still is feeling it. Long look in by Vasquez. He shakes off Posada. Now he's ready. Again, going away to the left-handed hitter. Angels have extended their lead over the Tigers, now 6-0 in the 6th inning. Angels have won 4 in a row. Drive to right. Swisher is going to watch this baby go. Travis Buck, a long home run, 6-1.
Pretty nice when you can look fastball and just have such a controlled swing. And hey, Alex Rodriguez was a no-doubter, and Travis Buck, take a look at this swing. What a great swing, great follow through. And there was no doubt this ball hit very deep to right field. And 2 balls hit extremely hard by Travis Buck tonight. Nobody could catch that one.
So the first run for the Athletics comes on a Buck home run.
Did it go second deck?
No, I thought it did.
Maybe we'll get another shot because it either went second deck or it was very just to the bottom of it.
Dave Island, the pitching coach, trots out.
Foul of the fly to the ball. Still a very long pitch.
Yeah. It's the 3rd home run Vasquez has given up this year, and this is 3rd start. Outside, 3-0. This would be pitch number 89. And that's a 4-pitch walk.
Speaking of food,
Nation's legendary performance. It's brought to you by Nation's Giant Hamburgers. How about this? April 20th, 1993. Ricky Henderson, a 2-run walk-off home run. A's beat the Yankees 9-7. Guess who the winning pitcher was for the Athletics that night? Rich Goots Gossage. When you've got a giant appetite, it's got to be Nation's legendary performance. A walk-off by Ricky.
A couple of Hall of Famers. Goots Gossage finally made it, and Ricky Henderson, first ballot last summer.
So Pennington with the 4-pitch walk. Rajai Davis, the hitter, and
stadium looked a little different then, 1993, didn't it? In fact, there were bleachers out there.
I saw some hills out there, too. 0-1 to Davis. And that's going to roll away from Posada, but not quite far enough.
Well, this is just the 5th inning. And a big 3-run home run by Alex Rodriguez definitely put a damper on everything, but still. Baseball left. Looks like the A's will get the bullpen of the Yankees pretty soon. 92nd pitch coming up for Vasquez.
Strike on the outside corner. Rajai Davis held up, but the pitch called a strike. It's a home run and a walk here to start the 5th inning. Swing and a miss. Fastball, and Davis strikes out. So Rajai Davis 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts.
Now batting first baseman.
Looked like Rajai was maybe looking for a breaking pitch and got a fastball.
Yeah, it's a little late, of course. 2 strikes up to the baseball, and he's trying to protect.
Vasquez bounces back to get Davis on the strikeout, and that'll bring up Derek Barton. Derek Barton has walked twice. Walked. He's just trying to get some runners moving around.
Curveball, then a changeup. That was very well thrown by Vasquez, and he's gone away from the fastball, which Derek Barton has taken outside off the plate. His first 2 at-bats, seeing a lot of pitches.
Alfredo Chavez is the pitcher warming up for the Yankees. Close pitch on 0-2, and Barton takes it. There's Chavez. 96 pitches for Vasquez, so he's at the pitch count up, and we're just in the 5th. The A's have fouled off a fair amount of pitches tonight. Vasquez with 5 strikeouts and 3 walks. Low does Vasquez. Jeter digs it out. Very nice play by Derek Jeter, and the double play is turned. The A's get a run on Travis Buck's long home run. So 5 5 innings in the books, 6-1 New York. Second base, so Mark Ellis leaves after 5 innings. We don't know if there's anything wrong with Mark. If we hear anything, we will pass it on. Rick Breslow will face Swisher, Granderson, and Gardner here in the 6th inning. Yankees with 3 in the 1st and 3 in the 5th. 2-0 to Swisher. Swisher had a big hit in this game, a 2-out, 2-run single in the 1st inning.
What a great big season for the Yankees in his first last year. 29 home runs for the everyday right fielder. Found a home and he said, I hope I'm here the rest of my career. I love it here. Lost about 15 pounds in the offseason. Really worked hard, and he did sell his home.
Did he?
In the Bay Area, yeah. I think it was past February.
Remember, he signed a 5-year contract with the Athletics, so this is the 3rd year of that 5-year contract. Signed for a couple more. High to center field. Rajay Davis has a beat on it, and he's got it for the first time. Ace Baseball and Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Cache Creek's Sea Red Get Green promotions with hundreds of prizes every day until April 30th. Visit cachecreek.com for more details. A couple of dogs on a chilly night. It is still April. We won't have to worry about weather on our next road trip, which will be leaving on Monday. 2 games in St. Petersburg against the Rays. That's a double. And then 4 in Toronto.
It's going to rain all at once for and that's a 6-game road trip.
It can snow in Toronto. We'll be indoors. Line drive, and that's a base hit for Granderson. Hit number 5 for the Yankees tonight.
Now batting, number 11, Brett Gardner.
Then towards the end of the bat, that Granderson, right back up the middle, of course, had difficulty against the lefties last year. Kevin Long, the hitting coach of the Yankees, though, took him under his wing and has improved.
So here's Gardner. while Ramirez just starting to loosen up. Presley's got a pretty good move. Granderson can steal a base. He had 20 last year for the Tigers. A huge base stealer. Thrown out 6 times. Pennington goes out, still going out, and he's got it. 2 outs, and back to the top of the order in Jeter.
Now batting, number 2, Derek Jeter.
Jeter, 0 for 3. Yankee fans. Always a fair amount of Yankee fans here at the Coliseum when they come in, and they will be in twice this year. Yankees will come back to Oakland July 5, 6, and 7. That's a Monday, Tuesday, and a Wednesday. 10 games total against the Yankees this year for the Athletics. The 6 here, and the A's will have a 4-game series at Yankee Stadium in early September.
One thing we did not see, and we have seen for the last 7 years, the Japanese contingency of media with Hideki Matsui. But
moved to Anaheim.
Yep, they're now following the Angels.
It is noticeable. Press box always crowded.
Press room's always crowded.
Elevator crowded.
Yeah.
Plenty of media, though, as always, covering the New York Yankees. Seems like just yesterday when Derek Jeter signed the 10-year contract, and he'll be a free agent at the end of this year. I don't think Yankee fans have a whole lot to worry about.
No, I don't think he, Jorge Posada, Mariano Rivera are going anywhere.
No.
Derek Jeter, top of the hit list for the Yankees.
Down the right field line, and it is just foul.
Jeter's hit a few of those. He started to run and just kind of stopped. And
yeah, he hit it. He was running like he knew it was going to go foul.
Yeah, it started to slice and just barely, but it was foul.
So the report on Mark Ellis, soreness in his left hamstring. And that is obviously the hamstring that has been bothering him. And as you mentioned, Ray, he actually hurt it in spring training. So some concern with Mark Ellis now.
It's such a hard injury to come back, and you want to come back and play. You start thinking, I'm okay, and then all it takes is one little push, and it is a very, very hard. I mean, it almost take a full year. I mean, you just do nothing, sure, and then come back and be okay.
Well, baseball is a game, and it's sort of a medical term, Ray. Kind of a quick twitch game, meaning the moves you make as a baseball player are from a standstill, and then it's a quick move.
Yeah.
Whether you're going for a ground ball, whether you're leaving the batter's box, whether you're leaving first base running to second. And that's where you can injure or re-injure, especially muscles. But you're really going from a standstill to a quick acceleration with almost everything you do on the baseball field. Another 1-2 to Jeter. And another foul ball to the right side.
Derek Jeter, the Sportsman of the Year award. First ever Yankee. You imagine that? First ever Yankee to receive the SI Sportsman of the Year award. I think of the history. I think 1954 was the first year, and it's pretty good players wearing a Yankee uniform during that time.
So Breslow gets Jeter on the fly ball to right field side, retired. Bottom of the 6th coming up. It'll be Sweeney, Kuzminoff, and Suzuki. Coors Light 6th inning. It means it's time for the Coors Light Freeze Can. Coors Light Freeze Can is brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. A's trailing 6-1, bottom of the 6th inning. Ryan Sweeney to lead it off. Vasquez back out to the mound. The lease is probably pretty short with him. This would be pitch number 100. It's a quick 0-2 to Sweeney, who's 0 for 2. Logan came over in the trade from the Braves with Vasquez. Fastball, swing and a miss. 6 strikeouts for Vasquez. That was an 0-2 fastball right there.
Well, your pitch count's approaching 100, and it's now over 100. You don't waste many. Trying to get through 6, and so you just challenge Ryan Sweeney with the 0-2 fastball.
Here's Kuzminoff. Quiet night offensively for the A's cleanup hitter. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Fastball, swing and miss. That got home plate umpire Ed Rapuano. Sada making sure he's okay.
Out of the mask, right above Jorge Posada. So they got him in the mask and not underneath. Yeah, right square on the mask and just sent him down to his knees.
That's kind of the mask fraternity, right? The umpire and the catcher trying to stick together.
It's just like somebody taking their fist and just hauling off and slugging it.
Head athletic trainer for the A's, Steve Sales.
See all the padding on his chin? The hockey mask, you don't have as much, and that's why this type of mask offers extra protection. These guys want to make sure, especially taking one in the head.
See Tom Halley and the crew chief down there as well, just making sure everything's okay. The count is 0-2 to Kevin Kuzminov.
Must be fitting in the jaw. Looks like the way he's moving his jaw around.
Well, now all 4 of the umpires are. The other 3 umpires meeting with Ed Rapuano. They want to make sure he's okay. He says he is.
He has the throat protector, that extension off his mask, to the Steve Yeager many years ago designed, catcher of the Los Angeles Dodgers, when he got a foul, a broken bat that came over near the on-deck circle, so he had the protection, and that will at least protect the throat. The ball that bounces up or comes straight back. If it's straight back, it's not going to offer that much protection. It's a ball that might bounce. Just see that he's okay, at least at this point. Seems that way. He's going to make sure his mask is all right. That's important.
That is important. It's a good move.
Always check the gear, especially the mask.
Kuzminov reaches for it. Shallow center field. And it's going to fall. Cano and Granderson could not get together, and it's a hit.
Well, Granderson broke back because he went on the big swing by Kuzminov. He broke back, and as the infielders were charging out, you see Granderson charge in and then kind of stop. As the infielders going out, watch right there. That was the stop. If Granderson had continued, really wasn't calling the ball, and usually the infielder. Always the infielder goes out until he hears the outfielder call.
So here's Kurt Suzuki. Kurt had a base hit in the second and hit a fly ball to left field in the 4th. Just fouled between Alex Rodriguez and Mike Gallego. So 0-2 to Kurt. Left field, hit well. Gardner's going back. Gone. A's are back in the game. It's 6-3.
That's going to be all for Vasquez, but he leaves after a ball that should have been caught in center field. And Kurt Suzuki and the Yankees pay with a 2-run home run, his second, on a 2-strike pitch from Vasquez.
So when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts. Bottom of the 6th, the A's are back in it. It's now 6-3. his second home run of the year, so it's now 6-3.
Board said 90, which would indicate maybe a fastball that like a two-seamer, but it came up and in to Kurt Suzuki, and he just reacted. Hands back, hands forward. Great shot by the truck, and a great shot by Kurt Suzuki. Again, another ball up the stairs, similar to Travis Buck and Murphy. So 2 home runs hit by the A's tonight.
107 pitches, the final total for Vasquez. He got the first out of the inning by striking out Sweeney on 3 pitches, but then Kuzminov the hit, Suzuki the home run. Boone Logan, the left-hander, comes in. Good start for Logan, 9 strikeouts in 6 2/3 innings. As he faces Chavez, Adam Rosales is in the on-deck circle. And that's Ed Rapuano, and he's not feeling good. In fact, he's going to walk out.
And that is Tom Hallion, first base umpire, is going to get his umpire or home plate umpire gear on.
So Rapuano, who was hit earlier this inning, just a couple batters ago, and he's going to wisely take the rest of the night off. So we're going to step aside. We'll come back to the Coliseum. It's 6-3 Yankees here in the bottom of the 6th.
A's Baseball is brought to you by Toyota. Say yes to amazing deals on your favorite Toyotas. See your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota. Yes. By Xfinity, the next generation in home entertainment. Now available in the Bay Area and coming soon to the Central Valley. And by the Chevy Spring Event with great deals on award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers.
Fans traveling this season, take the A's with you. Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every A's game live or on demand on your computer. Visit OaklandAthletics.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. That it is.
Delay at the ballpark. Home plate umpire Ed Rapuano, who was hit earlier this inning with a foul ball in the mask. He just was not feeling good, and he walked off the field. So we're going to have.
Unfortunately, when an umpire takes a shot like that and goes to his knees, I mean, that's a blow. That is a hard shot. And Unfortunately, with a foul ball, goes right over Posada into the mask of Ed Rapuano, and boy, it did take him down to his knees. Got up and thought he might be okay, but probably very wisely walked off and go with 3 umpires. Lance Barksdale and Ed Rapuano said, nope, that's it. Can't do it.
So both teams the Yankees head back to the dugout. Quick look at the scoreboard. Talked a little bit about that Rangers-Red Sox game, Ray. Boston ended up coming back to win the game 7-6. The Rangers had a 6-2 lead in that game. Darnell McDonald, who was called up from the minors today because Ellsbury went on the disabled list, pinch hit home run to tie the game in the 8th, and a walk-off single to win it in the 9th. Darnell McDonald. So Boston with a 7-6 win over the Texas Rangers. So the Rangers have lost 5 in a row, and they had one in the bag tonight, but they lost it. We're going to step aside. We'll be back to the Coliseum in just a moment again. Bottom of the 6th inning, it's a 6-3 Yankees lead.
Descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Athletics Investment Group, LLC.
Bottom of the 6th inning, we're still in a delay. The umpiring crew, Ed Rapuano leaving the game, the home plate umpire. So they're in there. Somebody's putting the gear on.
Usually it's the first base umpire who would be there tomorrow night behind the plate. And it's Tom Hallion.
We're getting close. The Yankees have come back out onto the field, loosen up just a little bit. Hey, make sure you visit the A's page on csncalifornia.com to vote in tonight's poll. You make the call. Who's your favorite Yankee of all time? Plenty to choose from. Hard to argue with Babe Ruth.
I think, let's see, Babe, Mickey, and Joe DiMaggio in the outfield, Dirk Jeter in the infield, and Mariano to close it out. Yeah, that's it. Chance to win 27 World Championships.
Go get them. We mentioned that Boston game, Ray. You had talked about stolen bases. The Rangers finished with 9 steals in that game against Boston. 9 steals.
I wonder how many of them scored.
And there was a knuckleballer thrown. That's the main reason why.
Think B.I. could tell us how many of those 9 walks stolen bases scored? I mean, if he was real good, I know he's the best, but
give him time, he'll come up.
He'd be calling somebody back in Boston.
How about David Ortiz, though? He was 0 for 3 tonight, a couple of strikeouts. Ray, he's hitting 146 with no homers and 2 RBIs. That's starting to become an issue, I think, for the Red Sox.
Well, it already was over the weekend because Terry Francona decided to catch Jason Varitek and DH Victor Martinez in a game, which Victor being the switch hitter. And David Ortiz, left-handed hitter.
You know, I was thinking, too, Mike Lowell is on the bench.
That's right.
Mike Lowell, maybe not every day, but still a pretty decent hitter, I think. Not what he used to be. But he's not getting a lot of at-bats.
He would have been a Texas Ranger had he not had the wrist surgery.
Right. Angels still leading the Tigers 6-2, 7th inning, and Seattle a 3-1 lead over Baltimore in the 9th inning. So the Yankees trot back onto the field. Boone Logan, the pitcher, just now getting to the mound, so he'll have some time to warm up.
David Renetti in center field.
David Renetti is playing center field. Well, that is Ron Kulpa.
Yeah.
So Ron Kulpa will go behind home plate.
So he was at second base, so that's not a bad idea because you'd have Tom Hallion would be behind the plate tomorrow night for 9. So instead of having him go behind the plate.
Take a quick look at our game summary brought to you by McDonald's. It was a 3-run top of the first inning for the Yankees. That play right there brought home the first run. And then Nick Swisher, a big 2-run single. So it was 3-0 after 1 inning. Alex Rodriguez made it 6-0 with 1 swing of the bat. Career home run number 585, and that was in the 5th inning. The A's have started to scratch their way back into it. Travis Buck with a home run in the 5th inning, a long one. So that got the A's on the board at 6-1. And then Kurt Suzuki. That blast right there just a couple of minutes ago. And that was a 2-run homer. So that is where we are at scoring-wise, 6-3. And Ron Kulpa is going to call balls and strikes. So there'll be 2 umpires, 1 at first, 1 at third. And umpires know exactly what to do in this situation as far as covering second base, that type of thing.
It just goes to show you that it's not a simple matter of putting on your umpiring gear for home plate duties.
Nope.
Yeah. Out of time, I don't know what the exact, maybe B.I. could tell us what the time of delay was, time of the game. What was it?
12 minutes.
So it took 12 minutes to go up the stairs, and I'm sure Matt Weiss had Ron Kulpa's gear ready to put on. So now 13 minutes, so an extra minute. Matt Weiss, of course, takes care of the umpires in their room.
There's a strike down around the knees.
Wow.
Chavez didn't like it. 2-1.
Can you blame him? This is very, well, say no.
3-1.
Defensive Ron Kulpa, he's standing at second base, and just figured I got a couple of games before I'm back behind the plate, and then all of a sudden, let's go.
Boone Logan, the lefty, kicks, and the 3-1 pitch toward Jeter. He's near the bag, and that's the second out. So 2 outs.
Now batting, second baseman, number 7.
And here's Adam Rosales, who will hit for the first time. Rosales came in for Mark Ellis. Hamstring acting up a little bit on Ellis again, unfortunately. Ellis was 0 for 2 in his 2 at-bats. Fastball down around the knees for a strike. Good start to the season for Adam Rosales. 8 hits in 26 at-bats. Pitch, and Rosales tried to check his swing, ends up making contact. So 1-2 the count.
1-90 fastball from Logan. Slow curve and the changeup. A big blast by Suzuki gives the ace of hope. Still, this is just the bottom of the 6th inning.
Check swing and no swing. That's Tom Hallion.
See how far this bat goes through the zone. It is not. Strong wrists by Adam Rosales. We're able to hold up the swing.
Full count to Rosales. Got him swinging. Kurt Suzuki, a 2-run homer here in the bottom of the 6th, so we head to the 7th inning. It's a 6-3 Yankee lead.
Worth $5 or more to this Friday's game with the Indians, and you'll get a 2-for-1 field level ticket voucher. Wells Fargo and Oakland A School Supply Drive at every Friday home game this season through August. Teaming up to make a difference.
Oh, and it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Edouard Ramirez comes in. Good numbers for Ramirez in the early going. Faces Nick Johnson. First pitch a strike. Johnson 0 for 2. He walked and scored in the 5th. And there 2/3 for Breslow.
Astros gets his World Series ring. Now just turn right around and set them down. Give his club a chance to come back and score some runs.
Now 2-2. Blue Jays won again, 4-3 over the Royals in Toronto. Toronto's playing pretty good baseball. 9-6 to start this season.
Are they showing something here that you don't want to be seeing? Just said 9:30, huh? Yeah. Tigers came back to make it a game in L.A.
Yes, they
Anaheim, that is 6-5. 7th inning. Angels leading. They're up 6-0.
It was 0-2, and it ends up being a walk for Nick Johnson. 6 walks issued now by A's pitchers.
Number 25, Mark Teixeira.
So that'll bring up Teixeira. In that Toronto game, Vernon Wells hit another home run. He has 7 home runs this year. Outside corner strike. The Twins beat the Indians 5-1 at Target Field. So Minnesota wins their 10th game. They're 10-4. Cleveland had a 4-game winning streak snapped. Tampa Bay had won 7 in a row, but they lost in Chicago. The White Sox 4, the Rays 1.
Actually, the Rays swept the Red Sox Friday through yesterday. Patriots game.
Right there with a fastball to Sharon Newer, and that's a strikeout.
Might have been sending change-up, the specialty pitch thrown by Ramirez, former teammate of Teixeira and the Yankees, and just took a fastball, which you know he's looking for something
13,
else.
Alex Rodriguez.
One out for Alex Rodriguez. Rodriguez, a 3-run homer in the 5th inning. He's walked twice, hit the 3-run homer, and scored twice. So a pretty good night for Rodriguez. Now he's sitting in a 2-0 count, but Ramirez has a terrific changeup. With the fastball, misses outside, 3-0. Outside, a 4-pitch walk. 3rd walk by Rodriguez. For Rodriguez.
Number 24, Robinson.
A no-doubter for Rodriguez in the 5th inning.
That's a whole jaw full of sunflower seeds, too. That's a lot of seeds.
It's going through them. Two on, 1 out for Cano. Change-up, swing and miss. Mariners finished off the Orioles. That's a 3-1 final at Safeco.
Tough road trip for the Orioles.
Tough year for the Orioles.
Yeah, they did win Sunday, but 1-4 in their West Coast swing.
Orioles now 2-13. Win for the Mariners gets them to 8-7. Johnson at second, Rodriguez at first. Changeup rolled foul. For the Yankees, this is the start of a 9-game trip, which will go Oakland, Anaheim, and Baltimore. Fastball inside, 2-2. They do have an off day on Monday, and they will go to the White House to celebrate their World Championship. So they got close to Baltimore with a day off. Ramirez is high.
Walk, strikeout, walk. Can he get a strikeout? Cano looking for his first hit in a long time.
Yeah. He's 0 for 2 tonight. He walked and scored in the first, did Robinson Cano. Changeup, and he just got a piece of it as he reached for it. Staying alive. Another 3-2 changeup. All right, so we know what Ramirez's best pitch is.
Amazing thing, Cano knows his best pitch also, and he's fouled off 2, but he has not really had very good swings at it. It's kind of, well, I know you're going to throw it, but are you really going to throw it? So you can somewhat sit on the changeup, but you don't want to be taking a fastball like Teixeira did.
And that one misses inside with the fastball, so Ramirez has walked the bases loaded. That's 8 walks by ace pitchers tonight. And that is something you just cannot do with the Yankee lineup. Kurt Young will visit with Ramirez.
We were talking just recently, of course, at the beginning of the season, the Yankees went to Fenway Park, and the length of the games, and Joe West voicing his displeasure with those long games. Well, this is the pace of the games they talk about. Well, the pace of the game has slowed down considerably when you're walking 8.
Yeah, that's right.
And so it's not really the slowness of it; it's the pace, and then 13 minutes for umpire change of gear. So we're approaching for 20 minutes away from a 3-hour game, and in the 7th inning.
Slowly hit. Pennington has it to second for 1. Rosales to first, and the throw pulls Barton off the bag. Johnson comes in to score, and it's 7-3.
Well, the check swing, and that was enough for Posada to get down and force Rosales to have to hurry his throw. Pennington the feed, and then Rosales with Cano on him.
Now batting.
Barton did a good job. He could not keep his foot on the bag on the throw to his right. Rosales, a big boy, not opposed to staying in, but got upended a little bit by Cano.
So it is an RBI for Posada, his second of the night. He now has 8 on the year, and here's Nick Swisher. Oh yeah, you can't really blame the Yankees or the Red Sox for being a team that fouls off a lot of pitches, takes pitches. I mean, that's one of the reasons why they're good. But there's a lot more to it than just that.
But if you think about it, they know the strike zone, as tonight would indicate. And like to swing a lot of bad pitches.
I think Joe West's complaint was probably more stop stepping out of the box, back and forth, visits to the mound, slow warm-ups. And that's where I think an umpire has a legitimate point. The umpires are instructed to help speed up the pace of the game. It's kind of a across the board, Major League Baseball, everybody's going to try to do it, and then the two teams don't really care. Well, Joe West probably has a point.
But at least one of those games, I think the Sunday night was a network game. Network commercial breaks a little bit longer than normal, so that's going to add some time to it.
We lost home plate umpire Ed Rapuano last inning. Hit in the face with a foul ball, so we have a mask with a foul ball, I should say. We hope Ed Rapuano is okay. That's why you only see 3 umpires. Right now, there is not an umpire at third. Lance Barksdale is positioned in between second and third. Swisher gets jammed. It's a fair ball. Kuzminoff, quick throw to first, and that is a nice play by Kevin Kuzminoff to get Swisher. A run for the Yankees, 7th inning stretch. It's 7-3 New York. Baseball recaps. It's going to happen in Denver tonight. Sharks and Avs game 4. And all the rest of the NHL action and NBA playoff action. Jamie Sire, Damon Andrews at the anchor desk. Yankees 7, the A's 3. We've reached the bottom of the 7th inning. On a very cool night at the Coliseum. Kevin Kuzminoff has made some very nice plays this early season. This is one of them.
Nick Swisher, check swing, jammed again, and Kuzminoff, that's twice tonight that he has made a similar play. And that's not an easy play considering the slowness in which it was hit and how deep he was playing. But he is showing off the strong run, especially throwing on the run as he did.
Boone Logan came in and got the final 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. He goes back to work here in the bottom of the 7th. Travis Buck to lead it off. Buck hit a long home run in the 5th inning, his first of the year. An emergency swing by Buck.
Excellent swing. This is the second swing. First one, Vasquez caught. That would have been a base hit and RBI. This one, nobody could catch. Home run. Deep to right field on a nice, easy swing by Travis Buck.
One and two now to Buck. Going to be followed by Pennington and Davis. A's have actually out-hit the Yankees 6-5. Another breaking ball from Logan, and this time Buck is able to hang in there. Right field, but plenty of room out there for Swisher, and he's got it. One out here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Now batting
So today where
number 2,
Major League Baseball rescinded Cliff Lee's 5-game suspension. How about that? Remember, Cliff Lee hit Arizona Diamondbacks catcher Chris Snyder with a pitch in spring training.
Well, the reasoning, the rationale, it's hard to believe why they rescinded everything. No fine, no suspension.
Nothing.
Because he was recovering from a sore ankle and had a rib cage injury, so that affected his control.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of a pretty weak reason.
Exactly.
The Mariners and Cliff Lee are happy.
Oh,
They
absolutely.
don't have to worry about any suspension. They just have to worry about getting him back in the rotation. Pennington has retired 4th. Cliff Lee figures to be back sometime in early May, and that'll be a big boost for the Mariners.
now batting center fielder, number 11, Rajay Davis.
A good pitching performance from Doug Fister. Almost pitched no hitter, went 6-7 innings, and Morrow with Toronto almost another 7 innings. So some exciting things happened yesterday while the A's were enjoying their off day. I like to get up at 11 o'clock and play a game.
Jeter double clutches, and when he did that, you had to figure Davis was going to beat it.
Well, that's the speed of Rajay Davis. Derek Jeter, Gold Glover, knew he had to hurry. And when he could not get the ball cleanly in his hand, backed up first of all, and there's just a slight hesitation on the clutch. He wanted to catch and throw the transfer, though. He did not get a good grip. And just enough. Once that happened, you knew Rajay was going to beat it out. He will not assume, doesn't even look, which is very important because you don't want to look at the fielder. It's going to slow you down. His head down, run hard, and in this case, Jeter had to rush it, couldn't make it.
So first hit for Davis, 7th hit for the A's. Derek Barton will hit. Barton has walked twice and hit into a 1-6-3 double play. The ball rolls away from Logan. Davis made a couple of quick steps towards second base and then turned around. Chamberlain just now starting to loosen up for the Yankees. Strike down around the knees. So Barton's average 302 for the season. Yankees are pretty confident in their 8th and 9th inning bullpen guys with Chamberlain and, of course, Mariano Rivera. 78-2 record when leading after 6 innings. That includes last year and first 12 games this year for the Yankees. Swing and a miss. Logan came right at Barton, 3-1 with a fastball.
Wanted it down and away, belt high outside the corner. Look for the same thing. He's had the 4-run lead. Figured he'd get another fastball.
Davis takes off. And that one's lined right field. It'll get down in front of Swisher. Davis to third. So the A's will get the tying run to the plate here in the 7th, and it's going to be Ryan Sweeney. Take that back at 7-3.
Wish they would steal that.
Forgot to tack on that run the Yankees scored in the top of the 7th.
Well, that's because the Yankees didn't hit a ball in the infield and still scored a run.
Didn't get a hit.
Yeah, it's ball off the end of the bat, but fortunately it did happen that way. Just because it landed in front of Nick Swisher. Jay Davis on the 3-2 on the move.
Now batting.
So a chance for Ryan Sweeney.
Number 21, Ryan Sweeney.
No hits tonight for Sweeney, sitting on that 13-gamer. Fly ball to center field, bounce back to the pitcher, and a strikeout swinging for 3. Slider stays low.
Alex Rodriguez off the line, long way off third base, and Rajai Davis coming down the line, and Jorge Posada's got to be concerned, or at least got to consider. Rajai now with Alex Rodriguez going over to third base. Last year, Rajai stole third, and Jeff Mathis threw it back to the pitcher.
Yeah, that's right. Outside corner strike, 1-2.
Barely on the corner, but they expect to pitch him out there again. Gardner in left field, playing close to the line.
And shallow. Very shallow.
So you think with a defensive alignment, you can look out and you're here and say, they're going to pitch me away. They do not want to pitch me inside.
Another good take by Sweeney, and it's 3-2, and that'll get the runner at first, Derek Barton, moving on the pit. Davis is at third.
The sliders in this at bat, and Ryan Sweeney is taking the fastballs for strikes. The sliders have been off the plate.
There goes Barton. Curveball inside. Bases are loaded.
The breaking ball is supposed to be outside, stayed inside, and boy, Ron Culpa jerks his head to the right, saying the pitch was inside. I don't know that it was. It looked like it's on the corner, but because of the positioning of Posada way outside, didn't get the call.
It's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Jabba Chamberlain's coming in to face Kuzmanov.
online now at oaklandathletics.com or call 877-493-BALL.
A big point in this ball game. The A's have the bases loaded. Bottom of the 7th inning, down by 4. Here's Kuzmanov. Hard throwing Java Chamberlain. First pitch to Kuzmanov outside. Kuzmanov is 1 for 3. He singled and scored in the 6th. Fastball foul back 0-2 or 1-1, excuse me.
A couple of different fastballs does Chamberlain, but their throw low to mid-90s, and consideration for him in the rotation. Phil Hughes, same thing we'll see tomorrow night. Yes, and the rotation. Yeah, throw as hard as Chamberlain does coming out of the bullpen. It's a pretty good setup guy.
Curve, and it's fouled back. A little hang to it. 1-2. Kuzmanov with 6 RBIs on the year. Does not have a hit with runners in scoring position. This would be a good time for his first.
Former teammate David Eckstein, an inside fastball down the line for a walk-off for the 10th last night. That was amazing to see.
I didn't think he could hit a ball.
5, 6. Well, Tim Hudson knows he can.
That's true.
He used to hit Huddy, so Kevin Kuzmanov trying to do something special here.
And he went around, then a pitch in the dirt. Chamberlain strikes out Kuzmanov. A's leave him loaded. 8th inning coming up. 7-3 New York. Coliseum. The Yankees with a 7-3 lead in Game 1 of this 3-game series. Curtis Granderson will lead it off, followed by Brett Gardner and Derek Jeter. Granderson singled with 1 out in the 6th inning. lines that one, but it's going to be foul. Bottom of the 8th inning down in Anaheim. Angels 6, Tigers 5. The Mariners have won, the Rangers have lost. And the good news, Ray, the Sharks win in overtime.
Right.
2-1 the final in Denver.
So that means it 2 apiece.
Exactly.
12-game series? They'll play to what, October next year?
Hockey season is long. 3-2 pitches inside, and it's a walk. That is walk number 9 by the A's.
Now batting, number 11, Brett Gardner.
So the Sharks win. They will play Game 5 against the Avalanche in San Jose on Thursday night. So the A's and the Yankees will wrap up this 3-game series Thursday afternoon. Gardner bunts it foul. I'm going to be ready with him. He's very fast. Gardner is 0 for 3. Came into the game hitting .333. Barton picks it up. He'll throw to first, and just in time. Rosales raced over there, and he just got his foot down ahead of Gardner. It'll be a sacrifice. A very close play at first.
Unbelievable speed by Brett Gardner. He's flying down the line. Rosales misses this ball, and he wasn't necessarily out either. But if this ball is down the line, Yankees might score 2 runs. But yeah,
you got him.
Yeah, that angle's perfect. But the other one that we saw first, but well, you cannot hesitate.
If you saw him veer out of the line a little bit to avoid Barton, and if he keeps running straight, he may pick up that half a step that he was out by, or less than that.
Might also get hit and be out of the baseline and be out in the order and have to come back to first.
But Granderson at second for Jeter. Change up, down low, 1-1. Jeter is 0 for 4 in the ballgame. Ramirez has thrown 37 pitches out of the bullpen tonight. Rosales trying to hold Granderson close at second.
It's only the 13th strike of the total you mentioned. A lot of balls thrown. 4 walks, of course, in the inning. Or in the time that he has pitched. 3 last inning, 1 this inning.
Pennington charges. It's a good hop. Throws out Jeter. To third goes Granderson. 2 outs. So Derek Jeter 0 for 5 in the ballgame.
Came in hitting .380, but sometimes a head cold will do it. Especially, on an airplane.
Nick Johnson steps in. Johnson tonight 0 for 2. That's only half the story. He's walked twice and scored twice. Of the 9 walks tonight, 5 have scored.
A's could be leading 3-2 without those walks.
2-0.
That's why the Yankees are so good, because they are patient and because they throw the walks and then you get the big hit.
Yep.
And this was the case with the first inning, Posada with the infield hit, and then Swisher 2-run single. And of course, A-Rod with a 3-run home run.
3-0. The A's bullpen was quiet, but now we're starting to get some action down there. Brad Ziegler heats it up. Fastball right in there, 3-1. The Yankees bullpen is quiet, so Chamberlain will pitch the 8th.
The Yankees basically got Nick Johnson to replace Hideki Matsui, DH-wise.
A little different style hitter. Down the left field line. It's a long run for Travis Buck, and he's not going to get it. Nick Johnson, not a necessarily a big power hitter. The thing he's known for is probably gets on base a lot.
Patience is good eye and on-base percentage. Of course, another left-handed bat for the Yankees at Yankee Stadium. And we were talking to Jane Michael, a longtime player, manager, executive, scout. And he said, Yankees, we want left-handed hitters.
Sure.
Left-handers with power.
Changeup struck him out swinging. So Ramirez walked in a strikeout in the 8th inning. A's come to bat in the bottom of the 8th, down by 4. Bottom of the 8th inning. A's got some work to do. They trail 7-3 to the Yankees. Suzuki, Chavez, and Ellis will be the 3 scheduled hitters, and not Ellis. Rosales, excuse me. Java Chamberlain. A big strikeout. Got Kuzman off with the bases loaded to end the 7th. So Java Chamberlain got the big out there, and he's back to work in the 8th. Randy Wynn takes over in right field. So Nick Swisher is out. So Wynn, the new right fielder. Java Chamberlain's ready to go to work. First pitch, a fastball. Suzuki fouls it down the right field line. Suzuki is 2 for 3 with a 2-run homer. He also singled back in the 2nd. Occurred after a slow start. Maybe he's starting to heat up a little bit. This one popped up just to our right. Fernando Rodney into the game in the 9th inning down in Anaheim, trying to close it for the Angels. Breaking pitch by Chamberlain. He threw that same one to Kuzminov just a little bit down, and Kuzminov chased it. That one hung up there. Kurt fouled it back.
A lot of Yankee caps on hand the next 3 days. And we hope a lot of A's caps as well. 19,000 plus tonight.
Long look in by Chamberlain. Right there with a fastball, and Suzuki strikes out. That's 9 strikeouts by Yankee pitchers tonight.
Well, as hard as Chamberlain throws, he does throw the slider and the curveball, and that time he snuck a fastball right in the outside corner, and Juan Coppola liked it. He will have Thursday's game behind the plate, I would assume, at first base tomorrow night. They'll bring in a alternate umpire for Ed Rapawano.
And we hope Ed's okay.
Absolutely. I took enough off my mask. I know it doesn't feel good.
You do know how it feels.
Huh?
Ray, do you know where you are? Sort of. Angels win it 6-5 over the Tigers down in Anaheim. So the Angels have won 5 in a row, and they are 8-7. Chavez didn't agree with the call. 1-2. 2 for 3 tonight for Chavez. Single and a double. Having at 96 miles an hour. Ziegler still throwing out in the A's bullpen. There's a good hard slider from Chamberlain. Sharp break. Going back and forth on Chamberlain, they being the Yankees and the media as well, and the fans. Is he better off a starter? Is he better off a late inning guy? Last year he was a starter. Broken bat, and that's a foul ball. Chamberlain's got Terrific stuff. There's no question about that. He made 31 starts last year and went 9-6. A lot of talk about limiting his innings and that type of thing. Going into this year, he was in a battle for the 5th spot in the rotation, which won by Phil Hughes. The Yankees said, that's fine. We'll make him our setup guy. 2-2 pitch. Another foul. He's what we call a max effort guy. Every pitch, he puts it all out there. Those guys are generally better off in the bullpen. Not always.
So CC Sabathia, I think maybe he'll be heading back to Vallejo. Maybe spend the evening, a couple of days.
There's the heater, and that's back-to-back strikeouts for Chamberlain. He's faced 3 hitters in this game, struck them all out.
Fastball up and away, and Chavez, who hit a similar pitch off Vasquez to left center for a double back in the 2nd inning. I'll catch up with that fastball from Chamberlain.
Here's Rosales. Broken bat. Teixeira picks it up, steps on the bag, side retired. Good job by Jabba Chamberlain. We go to the 9th inning, 7-3 Yankees.
Bags of peanuts, all for just $50. Special deal is available for every Friday game, including fireworks nights and games against the Red Sox, Giants, and more, but only as supplies last. Get more information and order online at OaklandAthletics.com. Good deal. It's Friday. Cleveland Indians in town.
Tribe's in town.
Chu's got a big
one of the hottest hitters, Shin-Soo Choo. Time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change in Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. It's Brett Ziegler. Is the 4th A's pitcher tonight. Yeah, the Indians are playing decent baseball. And I say that only because a lot of people picked them to be really bad. They have some decent offensive players. Shin-Soo Choo, the right fielder, has been their best offensive player the first couple weeks of the season. I saw today he has 12 RBIs in his last 7 games. will be here for the weekend. Right at Rosales, he's got it. So Teixeira lines out. He's 1 for 4. Damaso Marte, lefty, starts to throw.
Now batting, number 13, Alex Rodriguez.
First pitch to Alex Rodriguez is a strike. A's have not retired Alex Rodriguez tonight. 3 walks and a 3-run homer. Now he's behind in the count 0-2. All the games are now final around Major League Baseball, including the West Coast games. Strike 3 called. Rodriguez knew it. Good pitch by Ziegler right on the outside corner.
The fastball starts out and brings it back to the middle of the plate.
Now
Rodriguez,
number 24,
seeing the frisbee, maybe thought he's going to get another one.
Cano.
He knew it. His pitch was right there.
A combined 20 strikeouts in the game and a combined 13 walks tonight. So it has not been the cleanest of games. The pace of the game has been so-so. Diamondbacks beat the Cardinals 9-7. I saw Dan Herron was the starting pitcher. He went 4 for 4. Saw enough of Dan Herron in interleague where we know he can hit. Yeah. 1-1 to Cano. Well, for those of you who have been watching the great Sharks win over the Avalanche, welcome to the Coliseum. Ray Fosse, Glenn Kuiper. The A's and the Yankees in the 9th inning. Yankees with a 7-3 lead. Down the left field line, but foul. So those people that were watching the Sharks, they take a deep breath, relax. That's 3 straight overtime games in that Sharks Avalanche series. So deep breath, take the rest of the night off, and see if they can do something exciting in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Well, the way this goes, those Shark fans who are joining us might see another hour or so.
Rolled foul.
Speaking of the pace of
Who
the
are
game.
you, Joe West? Your description and your language is better than that of Joe West. Joe threw out a few interesting descriptions of the Yankees and the Red Sox, but that's beside the point. Another 3-2, and that's another walk. Make it an even 10 walks and 10 strikeouts for A's pitchers tonight.
Just had to get to double figures.
Now batting, number 20, Jorge Lozada.
Did you give Eduardo Ramirez line?
I have 2 innings, no hits, 1 run, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. Is that right?
And a whole bunch of pitches. Mike Selleck tomorrow in the notes before the game will be telling us when the last time the A's walked 10 batters as a team.
He probably knows it already. Rosales to first. Posada is retired. A's come to bat with work to do in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Yankees 7 and the A's 3.
We had a couple of nights for the A's, but how about this one, Andy? Long one from Travis Buck. He knew it. 3-2 fastball from Vasquez. That was a 6-0 lead, making it 6-1. So Travis Buck, all smiles. And he could be smiling more if the ball that Vasquez caught would have been a base hit up the middle, but it was not. So Travis will settle for the home run. 1 for 3 night.
Left-hander Damaso Marte takes over.
It'll be Jake Fox pinch hitting for Travis Buck, as Marte has been perfect this year. 5 games, 2 2/3 innings. And in addition, last year for the Yankees, and the game he had against the Philadelphia Phillies, striking out of Chase Utley and Ryan Howard.
So it's been Vasquez, Logan, Chamberlain, and now Damaso Marte. Job of Chamberlain, an inning and a third, no hits, no runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts. So Chavez certainly did his job.
That's pretty good. Chavez did his job.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. Well,
good. You've been thinking about that.
Thinking all the time. The pace of the game means that if you hadn't mentioned it to me, I wouldn't even know I said that. Blaming it on the pace of the game. Low strike called by Ron Culpa. Jake Fox, 1-1 the count. Tomorrow night, Ben Sheets, Phil Hughes, pair of right-handers. Right here on Comcast Sportsnet California.
Back in HD tomorrow, right? We'll be in HD and see the Yankees in their traditional road grays. The A's all whites. Justin Duke's not pitching, so it won't be the alternate black jersey.
So Fox on the 3-1 pitch takes inside and he walks. So A's pregame live at 6:30 and then the ball game at 7. And a good start to the 9th inning. The A's need a bunch of base runners. They got 1.
The guy on the left is pretty good. Sergio Mitre on the right. I guess just in case, but Mariano Rivera, the closer.
First pitch to Cliff Pennington, but before that, a throw to first.
Oh, I think that was a throw over for a reason.
They're making the call.
You say replay, right? Which right-hander is what?
It's the big guy.
Wow.
Mariano Rivera, and the Yankee fans to their feet. So Damaso Marte faces one hitter. He walks him. And Rivera's coming in when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and small experts. Mariano Rivera comes in the game. First pitch to Pennington on the inside corner. That's a strike.
It's cut fastball, too.
He's pretty good from what I hear.
He throws a few cutters every pitch. And he has been pretty good throughout his career. 1995. Talking to Mariano today about, of course, he was a starter and came up and talking about his pitching then and mid-90s fastball and how power hitters had a tough time catching up to his fastball. Now he's, of course, developed a slider that's unhittable, or a cut fastball, that is.
531 career saves, second to Trevor Hoffman. Hoffman closing in on 600. At fifth with 390. Runs outside. Yankee and their fans, they love their star players. What do you think, Ray? Is Rivera on the same level, popularity-wise, as Jeter? I think he is, don't you?
Absolutely.
Got him swinging. Yeah, I agree. I think he is too.
Yeah, he's there, and of course, they call him Mr. Automatic, and you can understand why. It's a high-cut fastball that maybe out in the strike zone, but you can't take a chance.
Gabe Gross is going to pinch in. Rajay Davis finishes the night 1 for 4.
Tells you a lot about the lack of success right-handers have against Mariano Rivera, because the lefties don't like him either, because they cut fastball inside. He'll go back, go with the cutter.
It's hard to hit, is what you're saying.
Nobody will ever forget, though, Marco Scudero. 3-run walk-off. Foul pole Sunday afternoon.
0-2 count, I believe.
Front door cut fastball.
Gross. Pretty good swing there. So 1-1 the count.
Postseason success of Mariano Rivera, unmatched. I mean, just, of course, first of all, getting an opportunity to pitch in that many games.
Oh, there it is, right there. It breaks late, and it breaks just enough to get off the sweet spot of the bat.
Joe Girardi, of course, I guess, kind of saying to the Yankees, they're not going to wait around because save situation occurs with the tying run in the on-deck circle. Of course, Rivera came in with Jake Fox at first and a 4-run lead here at the plate, so definitely not a save. But I don't think they really care.
Rivera last pitched on Sunday. The Yankees' day off yesterday. Two and two to Gabe Gross. Jake Fox is at first. He walked against Marte. Hit hard. The Yankees will try to turn the double play, and they will, and that's the ball game. So Mariano Rivera comes in, gets the final 3 outs, the final 2 coming on the 4-6-3 double play, and the Yankees come to town and they take the first of this 3-game series by a final score of 7-3 over the Athletics.